Hello YouTube, I'm gonna make a video about natto, which is fermented soybeans, and I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube where people are just taking the natto out of the packet that it comes in, maybe adding or not adding the mustard that comes in here, putting it in the bowl, mixing it up and eating it, which is not the proper way to do that. And really, when you buy natto, it should be, it's gonna come like this. They're all single serving, or actually this is 2 servings. And before I even mix it, I'll show you this, what's here on the packet. You can make that out, and it's actually relatively healthy with the exception of the fat. Um, I actually don't believe that there's 14 grams of protein in here, but if that's what it says, that's what it says. And there's 2 servings in here, so there's actually 28 grams of protein in this packet of soybeans, and it's also supposed to be very healthy for you. It does have a distinct smell, but this is actually the same product that is ground up into a paste and made into and used in miso soup, which is probably the soup you would get if you ever go to a Chinese or I'm sorry, Japanese restaurant. They usually serve you a soup with green onions and tofu, and it's made out of a paste made out of fermented soybeans. So uh, you really shouldn't eat this out of the packet the way people have been, but you should probably thaw it out a little bit. This is still a little frozen, but that's okay. What you need to do is take your tofu, and this is probably going to make it look worse, but you need to get an egg yolk out of there. And let me get the egg yolk for you. Okay, so you take some soybeans, you take the egg yolk, you put that in there. Then you take some soy sauce, a generous amount actually, because we're going to be putting this in the rice. And basically you mix that up. Should have something else to mix it, but there you go. And I probably should have thought it out a little bit more, but you get the picture. And if you've seen some of the videos, it's kind of stringy. It's not too stringy once you add the soy sauce in there. The soybean or the egg might freak people out, but I think in other cultures it's okay to eat raw egg. That's going to need more soy sauce, I can already tell. And really what you do with that is you put that on top of rice. And if you've already had natto, this is going to be significantly better than if you've ever eaten it straight out the pack. And you just mix that in there, and then this is how you would eat it, kind of like that, mixed up inside the rice, that kind of thing. And it's not going to be as strong, and it actually has really excellent flavor. It still might take a little bit of getting used to. You could still see that it's a little stringy, but nowhere near as stringy as it would be as you would just eat it out the packet. So it's actually very nutritious, and that's really how natto should be eaten. This is like an add-on to something, is what natto is, or the fermented soybeans. You can put it on rice like this. If you put it in a soup, that's fine too. It's kind of like, not the if you would take like a raw onion in consideration, most people aren't going to eat a raw onion. You mostly cook it or put it on something else. You wouldn't eat, a raw onion plain. Same thing with natto. You would not eat it just plain out of the package. You'd want to mix it in with something else. And I don't know if you've ever had, or people out there that have had sushi, and they get the spicy sauce. There's a lot of different ways to make the spicy sauce. You can add cucumber or sweet fish roe or other things to it, but really basically what it is just mayonnaise, and you want a sesame chili oil, and actually want it to be a sesame oil and chili oil combination. You don't want sesame hot oil. It's maybe a little bit hotter. This is going to have and you don't want straight chili oil or Asian chili oil, because that is extremely hot. It doesn't have a lot of sesame flavor. You can make a combination of the sesame oil. Oh, I brought this out here with the sesame oil because you can also add that in there with your natto. But the sesame chili oil is what you want. You just add it to the mayonnaise. And if you've had the spicy sauce in, Asian restaurants, especially on your spicy California rolls, this is really it. This is all it is. And you see that it's the same color there. It's going to have the exact same flavor, and that is pretty much the base for a spicy sauce that you get in a sushi restaurant. And over here, I just wanted to show people, so long as I'm like on an Asian trip here, probably chopstick training is what I wanted to show you. And probably this is the easiest chopstick training you can get. Is, well, on every packet of chopsticks that you get, the instructions are there. And if you look here how this is held, that's probably just like a general way of doing it. I think it's telling you to hold the chopsticks like this. So your middle finger's on the stick, and with your pointing finger and your thumb, you move the other chopstick like that. But this one pretty much doesn't move, and it's the top one that moves. Sometimes I actually don't even, I hold it down a finger and use my two fingers on the top one. And good training here is really getting, picking peanuts out of a bowl and moving it. It's probably the best training method that you can have as far as moving or using chopsticks. If you don't have peanuts, popcorn, but something small of that nature, you could take the peanuts out of here, try to move peanuts. That's a little more difficult, but it's easy training, and you could do it back and forth, obviously. But you know, you get the picture. This is probably the best way to train yourself to get used to using chopsticks. And it's as technologically advanced as Japan is. This is a primitive tool. It's part of their culture, part of lots of Asian culture. It's really something, it's actually a technique that you probably should use. So instead of carrying a fork, knife, and everything else, you'll be fine just with a bowl and some chopsticks, and you can eat everything. So anyway, that's my quick video. Just wanted to go over the natto thing and throw in some other stuff in there. I may be making a whole bunch of other videos about cooking, and I think what's going to be different about my cooking videos is that I'm doing it from the cook's point of view about what you're looking at here. I don't know if this is good or bad, but I also want to go, everything that I'm going to use in my cooking videos, or what my plan is mostly stuff that everyone's going to have in their home. I'm not going to use any kind of fancy kitchen gear that you would get at Williams and Sonoma or any specialty culinary store. Everything that I use in my future videos are going to be something that you can buy at a normal grocery store, or that you can get at the big box store like at Walmart or Target or that kind of thing, or Costco. So anyway, please leave comments or suggestions, and if you've had natto and you didn't like it, please, try it at least this way. After looking at the nutritional value, I'll bring that back here. This is crazy. That's it's unbelievably nutritious. I did not know it had that much protein in it. And, so try it for that reason alone. So anyway, good luck. And if you don't like it, it's not that big of an investment. 4 of these containers of natto, that's just one container you saw, but it comes in a pack of 4, and it's only $1 each. So it's a really low investment for a lot of protein. Don't know if you'll like the smell or the taste, but I think this is actually a fair representation of what natto, or how natto should be eaten, unlike some of the other videos I've seen on YouTube. So thanks, and hopefully you can watch some of my other videos later.